today we are going to talk about the magnetic field of a magnetic dipole, and we have seen that magnetic dipole moment we had calculated the value. We have seen the value coming as equals to m equals to nia, and in this case we will find out the magnetic field due to a magnetic dipole. Two different position. First we will see end-on position, which we also call an axial line. See, in the when we were doing the chapter electrostatics, there we had already derived this condition, magnetic field, so we need not do anything again. So suppose if this is a magnet, okay, this is a magnet and this is north pole and this is south pole, okay. So we have got this is the axial line. Let us assume this point is P and this is the center. So this is at a distance r from here. The total distance of this is 2L, and the magnetic dipole moment, M is the magnetic dipole moment. Okay, so what you find that in this axial line, generally when you were doing with the electrostats, we had the formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2pr divided by r square minus l square to the power whole square. So here also we will get the same thing, but there will be certain things different. B is the magnetic field. Okay, now since B is the magnetic field, so we have got B equals to mu 0 by 4 pi, and this will be 2mr divided by r square minus l square ka whole square. So if we consider that r is very much greater than the L, then we can write B equals to mu 0 by 4 pi 2m by r cube. This is the formula. So r is the distance from the center to that of the point P where we need to find out, and this is the formula we are getting for. You don't have to derive. Generally in the board examination you don't get this derivation, just you should know this formula. Same way when we are doing for the broad side on position, when we do, so what we keep, this is the magnet we have taken, this is north pole and this is south pole, this is the axis, this is the center. Let us assume this P is a point at a distance from R. So here also we will have the magnetic field equals to mu 0 by 4 pi. This will become m by r square. Plus L square to the power 3 by 2, and again if R is much greater than L, then we have B equals to mu 0 by 4 pi m by r cube. So this is almost the same as we had done with the electrostats. So this is the formula that you are getting, and the value of mu 0 by 4 pi is 10 to the power minus 7. Okay, so this is the value which you are getting it up. Now when we need to find out the torque of a magnetic dipole, so again we have the same condition for the torque of the magnetic dipole, that is for the bar magnet. If we have to find out, then here we will consider, we are finding out the torque. So we have the formula torque tau is equals to I a b sin theta. Generally this is the formula, and if there are n number of terms, n a b sin theta. So we are getting up this formula. Okay, so this is the torque for the dipole. That is when suppose if you take a coil and here the current is passing, so it is created a magnetic field. The torque is given by this formula. Now here we can also write this equation as equals to nia is equals to b sin theta, and we can very well write this equation as mb sin theta. So m is the magnetic, small m, generally we take small m, small is the magnetic dipole moment. Okay, so we have got torque, this is mb sin theta, or we can very well write this torque tau in vector form is equals to m vector cross b vector. So this is the formula you are getting for the torque for a dipole. Now then again, if we want to find out the maximum torque, so tau max is given as equals to mb, okay, or m is equals to tau max divided by b. So this is the formula which we are getting up. Other than this, if we want to find the potential energy due to a dipole The potential energy due to a dipole is given up with the formula U is equals to mb, and this is cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So here we get the theta, the changes in the formula from this, and how we are getting, we have got tau is equals to mb sin theta. Just now we have got, now we have got for dw as equals to work done as tau d theta. Okay, so this becomes mb sin theta d theta. Now if we want to find out the total work done, then it is theta 1 to theta 2, and this is mb sin theta d theta. So this becomes equals to mb. If you calculate, this is cos theta, this is minus cos theta, and this will be theta 1 to theta 2. So this is mb cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2, we can very well write. And finally you can write u is equals to mb cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2, or in suppose if we have taken theta 1 as equals to 90 degree, okay, and we have taken theta 2 as equals to theta, then we can very well write u theta is equals to mb cos 90 degree minus cos theta. So we get this as u theta as equals to minus mb cos theta, and finally u is equals to minus m vector dot b vector. So this is the formula we are doing with. Okay, so what is condition, how to find out the potential energy? We have the formula for the torque, tau is equals to mb sin theta, just now we derived. Work done is dw is equals to tau d theta mb sin theta d theta. We are taking the orientation from theta 1 to theta 2, that becomes mb sin theta d theta, and sin theta if we just integrate, we are getting minus cos theta, that is theta 1 to theta 2, mb cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So we get this formula, and if we take the orientation as theta 1 as 90 degree and theta 2 as equals to theta, we get the equation as u theta is equals to mb cos 90 degree minus cos theta, and finally we are getting u theta as equals to minus mb cos theta, or u is equals to m vector dot b vector. This is what we have got for the potential energy. Thank you for watching the video.